for to cut everybody off.
Like now.
I don't think I'm right. That's wild.
Where are we coming up with these questions? Orgy going on? My man said he's a show.
She aged like cheese.
You got
Speak on it, brother. Speak on it.
Practically become Bruce Wayne.
What we gotta do, Mika?
Push the goddamn button, man.
What's going on, bro? How you doing? What's up, folks? What's up, everybody?
What's going on, man?
We got another TP joint.
You said Tubi?
Might as well.
Oh, you said TP. My bad.
What's up, Q? Oh, jeez. Let's go ahead and start the show, and then we can go ahead and get on up into this. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Please, no boys and girls, because you don't need to be watching this. But anyway, welcome to another episode of the Popcorn in Your Beer podcast. I'm your host, Rashad, aka His Sideburns Were Trash.
And last but not least, I am the King MOE, aka I know I'm from Texas. Y'all can read that, right? I ain't gotta say it. I was gonna spin one of your F-bombs just now, but I feel like I might need to say I feel like I might need to save it for later on in this podcast. Because I'm stressed out.
Oh man. I don't even know. So this movie
written and directed by Tyler
Demetrius.
D'Angelo Cornelius Perry.
Yeah. This is how the movie starts off, man. Just know this is how the movie starts off in Jesus. Sepia. I don't know why they in sepia, but yeah, the movie starts off with them in sepia at a funeral. I guess that's supposed to like set the mood or whatever. And this is the part of the movie where you get introduced to one of the families. Well,
to every character in the movie. You literally get introduced to every character in the movie except Benji. The opening scene tells you everything you need to know about every single character in this movie.
It tells you everything you need to know about this movie. The movie starts off with a funeral, and it might be one of the craziest funerals. They took so
conflict of interest.
Just context. So Megan Good and what's my man name? Corey Hardrick. They play in this movie, right, as husband and wife, and apparently their relationship is shaky. Now, the movie doesn't let you guess this per se. It kind of gives a little hints and clues, but you don't know exactly what's going on. She goes to reach for his hand at the funeral, and he snatches it away. Ava in Dallas. So it is absolutely one of the stupidest opening scenes I've ever seen in my life. So the preacher goes up here and he's speaking about the death of a young man, which is related to this family that nobody in the town remotely likes, but it's a lot of people.
Who is Megan Good's character's father, by the way?
Yeah. Yeah, the preacher is Megan Good's father. It's so much that it doesn't make sense. Like it's hard to wrap your thoughts around it. But basically, he's doing a funeral as a favor for his son-in-law,
the Bertrands,
which nobody in the town likes. But there are a lot of people at this funeral. Nobody in the town likes them.
Remember Walter from Bebe's Kids?
Yeah.
They didn't show up to pay their condolences.
Mm-hmm.
They showed up because I'm glad that Walter's dead.
I'm glad that Walter's dead. You know what it remind me of? What's the movie where Buddy goes to the funeral and chokes him? I'm gonna get my money. I need my money.
Oh my God. I know what you're talking about, fool.
Is that what's the Master P joint?
What is the movie? What's
the Master P joint? I Got the Hookup. I think it was I Got the Hookup. Yes. But but anyway, the funeral is happening and he starts to speak some truths that a lot of people don't want to hear.
Roasting session.
So he basically roasting this dead man in the casket. He's
who apparently all he ever wanted to do is hood rat stuff with his friends.
He's a jive turkey. He smokes with the cigarettes. He stole my mama's lawnmower. Like he done did some some heathen stuff, and he going to hell. That's basically he said in a nutshell. He said he going to hell. I don't know what to do. I can't do nothing for him. He can confess his sins, but he going to hell. The Lord done judged him. So oh God, it's terrible. We ain't even past like the first 5. Mind you, this happens in the first 6 minutes of the movie. First 6 minutes of the
Pastor is up there flaming this man. I'm talking about the worst thing you can say at a funeral is, you know what, chances are this empty shell that's laying right here, the soul that was inside, probably went downstairs and not upstairs. Yeah. That's literally the worst thing you could say. And that's what his implication was the whole time. I'm pretty sure when he got in the elevator, it went down.
We're going to get to that, Kristen. We're going to get to that part.
It went down. And Mama Bertrand was like, no, hold up now, jive sucker. Now, what that's my son you talking about. That's my son. That's my boy you talking about.
My boy. So she gets all 11 her kids to get up out their seat and go to the casket and take the body out.
No, because first she got up and was having a standoff with the pastor's wife, Debbie Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
And so she started taking her clothes off like she was ready to squabble.
Brother, I thought she was gonna stop.
Did that as a sign of, look, from this point forward, I want nothing from you that you have ever given to me and my family. And proceeds to take off clothes that were given to her.
Brother, she was in her slip. She was in her slip.
So then she doubles down on, not only do I no longer want anything from you or your family, boys, go get them. They go to pick up the casket. She said, no. Leave the box, because I don't want them saying that they gave me the box. Take them out. That part took me out. I pressed the home button on my Fire Stick, and
the body's already been embalmed.
I had to take a margarita break because I said I hadn't even started watching the movie good. It hadn't even been 10 minutes. And if Tyler Perry was looking to have one of the most memorable opening scenes in a movie, oh, he accomplished that. 10 out of 10. He did that. There was a movie that came out a couple years back called Death at a Funeral. This just takes it to a whole new level. This was more like Extraction at a funeral.
Bro.
Go in there, get your brother.
Get your brother out
of
that casket and put him in the truck.
My dumbass would have been one of the brothers. Hey, you want me to put the seatbelt on after we put him in? Don't worry about it.
Hey, Tyler Perry is not a real person, man.
He's not.
He's not a real person. There's no way.
No.
He sat there and was like, yo, okay, this is what we're going to do.
He wrote that opening scene and was like, I'm
done.
Kill him with this.
Everything else, it was copycat. You see? He wrote
that might have been the only part he actually wrote, and then gave the rest of the script to his writers. And was like, "Look,
he got to
open the scene. There you go."
He got no writers. Can you imagine? Like this, like when your homeboy can't rap, he come up to you and ask you to listen to his song, and he just starts spitting, and you like, "Oh, that's
we ain't never making it out the hood, cuz."
That's crazy. That's crazy. That man did a weekend at Bernie's for the intro. It's 6 minutes in, people.
Take the body out of the casket.
It's 6 minutes in the movie. It's 6 minutes in the movie. You get them taking the body out of a casket. You get a woman taking not only her wig off, but all of her other clothes except for her slip. They put the body in the back of a pickup truck to take it to bury with a bobcat.
With the rest of their family members.
Hey man, I wonder if that was in his contract where he had a point like this every time. Is it me, or did he look like his character was based off like Ike Turner or something?
Great value Cuba Gooding Jr. looking ass nigga, bro. Like in the movie, he was 25, but he acted like he was a 45-year-old uncle the whole time.
All right, now slap your nose off and keep talking.
And you know what old people like to say when they don't care?
Oh.
Now, what the fuck is you looking at?
What are y'all looking at?
Like you gonna do something. I'm old. I can talk like this all I want.
I slap your nose off.
I'm
pointing from like that from now on. This Oh, I guess so. I don't know if they were actually divorced at the time. I mean,
no.
Were they weren't divorced at the time of the shooting of this? Or was this was after, right?
Who?
Corey Hardrick and Tia. I think they were divorced before this.
I want to say before,
because Megan Good was divorced before this as well, which is crazy.
I want to say before.
Both of them were divorced. Now Megan Good is in a happy, faithful relationship with Mr. Jonathan Majors. But hey, I'm telling you, I like this for Jonathan, but Megan, please stop letting people take you off your feet when you get hugs.
Look, that's a whole nother podcast. That is a whole nother episode of Popcorn.
Hey, listen, let me just say this real quick, because it has something to do with this movie, way, form, fashion. But if you giving my lady a hug in front of me, please don't take her off her feet. Keep like,
Because I'm gonna take you off yours.
I'm tackling both of y'all. I'm tackling both of y'all getting clothesline. I'm be like, oops.
Ain't gonna be no oops.
I don't know what happened. Shoot.
Ain't gonna be no oops. It's gonna be hit stick.
Oh my God.
So they leave
Dallas
the funeral.
did made it feel like a black exploitation.
They leave the funeral with their brother's body. They take him home, and Mama was like, we should have just buried him in the yard next to the other Bertrands like we've been doing. And then Ava was like, I gotta go check on Dallas.
Brother, don't you gotta have a permit to bury somebody in the yard?
I don't know what you have to have, my brother.
You can't. I don't think you can just bury somebody in the yard.
I don't know what you have to have. I don't know what the rules and regulations are as it pertains to from state to state.
I'm pretty sure you can't.
I don't know what kind of documentation.
I'm pretty sure even if it's your property, I'm pretty sure you can't bury a body in your yard.
A dog,
I'm pretty sure.
A human? No, there's got to be something against that.
I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure there's a rule somewhere.
So Ava pulls up to the trailer, and everybody giving him mean looks. But where's Dallas? He over in the pickup truck. So she go to sit next to her man in the pickup truck, and I believe this is where the pointing starts.
Yeah, he gets into it with his brother. I can't take this serious. Oh man, bro!
If this screenshot doesn't have the next time you cut me in spades, I'm on your ass. That is exactly what that looked like. Cut me again.
It's giving drunk
because you
uncle
wasn't
energy.
watching the table and you didn't. And because if you was watching the table, you would have known the queen was played already. Cut me again.
Yeah, Dante. I heard it was paid well for this, but boy, it's oh my God. It's the way that this man look at his face.
Look at the intensity, bro. I couldn't have shot this movie because every time he pointed at me, I'd have laughed, bro.
But not, he's saying it in his head.
Take 65.
I'm gonna knock your nose off.
He couldn't wait to say that. He was like, I'm gonna improv this part.
Bro, look at them shaft sideburns. He called somebody a jive turkey on
screen. Got the mutton chops.
He definitely called somebody a jive turkey. Oh my God.
That man went to the barber before the movie. They say, what you want? He said, man, give me the Uncle Elroy. give me the what's your fantasy ludicrous sideburns.
Man, listen.
How old are you? I'm only 25, but in this movie I'm acting like I'm 55.
Man, listen. You know what it is, man. I figured it out. Tyler Perry makes dramas that are supposed to be comedies. His comedies aren't funny, but his dramas.
When it's meant to be funny, it's not funny. When he tries not to be funny, it's hilarious.
Because it's crazy. He did a funeral scene with one of his plays where Mr. Brown comes and for a good 10-20 minutes. It's one of the most funniest scenes he's ever done, and it's a play, but it's because he's doing something that you would look at yourself and be like, that is funny. If this ever happened, I would be laughing like crazy at this funeral. I saw a video today where they were pushing a casket and the casket fell in the funeral. Because you're supposed to put the casket before the family come in. But this is the thing. He took a serious situation, and this is why you can't take the movie serious after this. He took a situation that's supposed to be comical and put it in a drama. So now the whole time I'm thinking nothing about this I'm gonna take serious. Because you've now put me in a situation where I'm laughing. You have this lady in this church. She done took her clothes off. She done took a wig off. You got a finger pointing. You got people taking bodies out of a casket. You got you got a pastor up there telling somebody they child going to hell.
This is in the first 10 minutes, including the opening credits, including the previews, including the screenshot of the title.
It's like you really I legit want people to like think about that. Like you taking a situation where somebody is gonna find comical and try to find some seriousness in it. I can't do it.
Chrissy Murray, let me tell you something. I want to address your comment real quick. The bar was set low in this movie. Let me tell you something. The amount of people, the overwhelming influx of people across all social media platforms that are defending this movie the same way the Republicans are defending Trump after getting shot in the ear, you would be surprised how many people are flaming anybody who says anything other than this was a good movie.
Yeah, that says it all.
If you get on any platform on social media and say anything negative about this movie, you get your feet put to the fire.
Listen, I for one don't care.
Neither do I.
I think it is worse than the Kelly movie. I'm not gonna hold you because at least, well, no. I tried.
You talk good.
I was trying to find what I wanted to say.
That man can't even say words good.
I was trying to find something I wanted to say because I was like, okay, tongue twisted. My bad. But no, like, yeah, it's soon like I've been to a crazy funeral before, and it's not fun. Well, it's not fun for the people that are there. To the people that are watching, it's crazy. Secondhand embarrassment. And it is crazy that this man asked for a divorce at dinner, and then proceeded to get mad that she accepted the divorce. And then she started seeing somebody else.
This man made multiple scenes in public.
Bro.
Multiple scenes in public. This man came to her job, made a scene. They was at a restaurant, he made a scene. No matter where he went, it was, bitch, you better sign them papers.
Mo,
I don't know what's taking you so long. You better sign them papers. And then, what y'all looking at?
Mo, what he said to a friend in the bank? You want to lose?
This man walks into her place of employment, which obviously in real life that was not a bank because it wouldn't have been set up like that. That's neither there.
And there's no security guard.
And immediately Ava's BFF is like, hey, you need to step. And he was like, you want to lose your job, bitch? I don't give a fuck about this job. Hey, you gotta go.
Hey man, I can't.
And you know it was real because I bet her supervisor was standing right there too. Like, you know what? I'm gonna let this slide because I see what's happening right here. I'm gonna let this one slide.
I'm gonna let it go.
Because I see you have a disgruntled family member. I'll slap your nose off.
Slap your nose off.
Hashtag I ought to slap your nose off.
Noses are never safe around Dallas because Dallas is slapping every single nose.
He gonna point at it first.
So amongst other things that I had an issue with this movie, one of the biggest things. Now, geography is a big thing. Now, I don't know if anybody's ever been in Georgia.
Been where?
I know you live in Georgia, but I don't know the vast amount of people. What's up, Drake? I don't know about the vast amount of people that have been in Georgia or lived in Georgia. But driving anywhere to Atlanta that takes hour and some change, it's going to be about a 2.5 hour, 3 hour drive sometimes, depending on what that traffic looks like. Now, it was on multiple occasions where Dallas went from Atlanta back to where a small town is to Atlanta back to where a small town is in a day. Now, if they're saying that it takes an hour, what they said, an hour and like 20 minutes,
hour 15.
So that's roughly around 4 hours for that trip to happen, right? So this man was able to go to a supermarket, harass her mother, get back, get back to the timelines don't make sense.
So
nothing in this movie makes sense. Like, that's what I want. It doesn't make sense.
So back to them burying bruh in the front yard. And Dallas obviously is drunk. No, wait a minute. I'm getting my scenes mixed up. So there was a part where, so after they buried Buddy in the front yard, they left and went to a bar. Ava goes to get Dallas from the bar. And all the Bertrands is in the back. So the bartender or whoever runs the bar was like, look, you are the only reason why I ain't called 12 on this man, because I knew you was coming to get him. So I figured I'd give you the opportunity to come get him first. Then if you get unruly, I'm going to get local law enforcement involved. So she goes to get him, and her brother was like, I'll send him out there. So she waiting outside for him. And this is where the movie introduces Benji, because he just so happens to pull up to the same bar. And it's like, oh, snap. Long time no see. You feel me? Let's catch up. So in my mind, it's so predictable. Of course, Dallas and his brothers are going to walk out while she's talking to this nigga.
Brother, let me say this. Now, I don't know. So fighting, okay? So apparently they put this man in the hospital at one point. You know, no. What's up, Kendra? No files.
What up, Kendra?
Nothing was filed or whatever. So then, my man's like came out, big swole dude, right? Right. None of the Bertrand boys weighed over $120. Like,
ain't no way.
Maybe Corey like was a little bigger, but all of them were small dudes. So I was just thinking to myself, like, when did this happen?
Probably back when Benji shot his shot the first time.
Because, like, how old were they?
So before they could put the beats on Benji, the bartender come out with the shot. Say, hey, y'all got to go on about the business.
No, we got to talk about the fight between Dallas and his brother, because that's when the pointing started.
So Buddy come out with the shotgun. Chick, hey, y'all got to break this up. So now at this point, Dallas is like, Ava, give me the keys. My bad. At this point, Dallas is like, Ava, give me the keys. So even in that moment, his own brother was like, bro, you so lit, you not driving nothing. Ava, give me the keys now. Give me the damn keys. So his brother...
He was drunk for real.
Like that wasn't acting. Man was real life drunk.
He was drunk for real.
So his own brother had to put beats on him, hands and feet, just to be like, no, you not driving. Now get your ass in the car.
Brother, you know how hard that is to point and bite your lip.
So they get to the house, and now he want to play, let me sit next to the toilet drunk in the bathroom by myself and wait for Avi to come in here and be like, see, I ain't shit. I knew I wasn't shit. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just hurt because I just had to bury my brother. My mama made me snatch him out his own casket to bring him home. I had to bury my own brother in the front yard. My mama made me daddy. And you know what I'm saying? And she, no, you're not a bad guy. You got a good heart. You're such a good man. And blah, blah, blah. He's like, that ain't shit, man.
You're not gonna randomly pass by this man admitting not once, not twice, but 3 times that he killed his daddy. He said his mom
made me kill my daddy.
Excuse me, sir? Like, what?
Oh, was that a confession? Yep, come on in, we got her. Your mama made you do what?
You killed your brother. And then she went along like
upstairs,
everything was cool.
Upstairs in the half bathroom. No, not the master, the one in the hallway. What was that?
Listen, okay. You want to talk about what's the most unrealistic part of this movie? Is the fact that Megan Good's character would never be with a character like Dallas. Never. Not once. Not they might date. But
that
marry?
Personality type, yes. But Megan Good,
marry?
No.
Nah, man.
No.
And for multiple reasons. For one, she comes from a solid family background, Christian family background. Everybody knows about what the family does. And her father is not about to let that. He came guns a-blazing later on. You don't think he was guns a-blazing when he was younger?
Dre, you're absolutely right. He definitely had blaxploitation sideburns.
And this is just one of the things, like I'm saying, like it doesn't make sense. He just be throwing stuff out there, be like, yeah, we're gonna get this girl with this character. This man he just randomly confessed to killing his father, and she didn't bat an eye.
Not a single. I'm talking about didn't spin the block to talk about it later. No.
Well, she asked him one time and he brushed it off. She said, well, you said, and he was like, Ava.
The next day. Very next
that
day.
Man, like, he didn't know what was going on
breakfast before she had to go to work. And she was like, yeah, I want to talk about last night. And he was like, what about it? She was like,
you said you killed your dad.
You was saying some shit. He was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was drunk. I gotta go.
What's up, man? I just listen, man. I don't get it. I mean, listen, I understand like movies like this sit in a special place for certain people, which is why people are like, oh, I loved it. It was great. I watched it multiple times. And that's cool. But like, you ain't about to sit here and be like, oh yeah, this is good writing.
I'm about to kill him with this one.
And let me tell you who in this movie, like Dallas might be the villain in the movie, but you know who is like the actual villain. Hold on, let me see something real quick. What buddy at?
This used to be a trend on Twitter. Well, people pick a movie and was like the villain, the actual villain.
Because this dude right here, he is the actual villain of the movie. 1 second. This dude right here. And the reason why I say
playing
he's
both
the
sides
villain,
of the fence, bro.
That's one for reason one. He's playing both sides of the fence. He allowed this man to disrespect his woman multiple times in his face. You never checked this boy dude one time.
And then had the nerve to be his representative during the divorce proceedings.
Doing the divorce.
And then, right after you just sat on that side of the table with him as his right-hand man in this whole procedure.
Went to a divorce party for that you helped plan.
And had to be JJ Watt on the O-line to keep him from getting in there.
That you helped plan.
Excuse me?
Dancing like you good. Oh, 2-step. Hey. Brother, what? I said, I get it. Like Dallas is definitely the villain in this, but Buddy is a close, like, second, might be worse. Because you literally sat there and let this man disrespect your woman.
Hey, man, you better get your... Oh, that was at the dinner. He was like, hey, man, you better get your wife. She was like, ain't nobody got to get me. See, Ava, that's why I told your ass you need to be signing them damn papers. And hurry up with my bourbon.
Where's that brother? You just walked in a restaurant. Where's that bourbon at?
Hey, keep them coming. I want some bourbon right now. I'm stressed out.
Somebody was writing this on bourbon. Because
matter of fact, even before the dinner, Ava comes home from work at 30. Mm-hmm. The reservation is at 7:00. Dallas said, how long is it going to take you to get ready? She said, give me a smooth 30 minutes. In my head, I'm like, Cap. That's Cap. To all the women in the chat, I don't care what you say. None of y'all ain't getting ready in 30 minutes. That's why
No. She got ready. She actually got ready earlier than that.
Thoroughly impressed because she had to come home, get out of her work clothes, take a shower, find something clean to put on, perfume, deodorant, hair, the whole 9 yards. Was on the way down the stairs at 6:01. And Dallas took off. Hey, man, what Ava? Man, she was taking too long, so I left. Nigga, y'all was early. Y'all got there before 7:00. What's up, Key?
What's up, Keon?
I said the fact that she really hit 30 minutes on the head, I was like, I am impressed.
Dre, his mama was a villain.
Absolutely. I mean, she was Butch Magnus.
We didn't get a dark-skinned villain this time. Well, I mean, technically we didn't get a dark-skinned.
Buddy's wife was the darkest one in the movie. Aside from no, I think she was. Buddy's wife was
those
probably...
two. Those were a dark-skinned couple. They were a dark-skinned couple. So this is because Buddy was definitely, and then he was cheating on her. And Dallas was like, yeah, so you told your girl about such and such.
About Kelly?
And that was the only time this man got up and got buck. He didn't get up and get buck when he
showed up to the divorce party.
Yeah. When he disrespected his wife at dinner, none of that. You get accused of cheating, now you want to fight. now you, oh man, I'll throw you out right now. No. Don't get bad now. Don't get big bad now. Because you weren't that way when he blatantly just disrespected your wife, called her ghetto and everything, multiple times. Totally slap her nose.
Here's the part where I thought the movie could have taken a turn.
Mm-hmm.
So Ava finally decides, you know what? I'm gonna sign these divorce papers. Come with me so I can sign these papers so you can be my witness. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, the energy in the room was weird, first of all, because you were there with your best friend and your husband is sitting on the side of the table with the op.
All right.
So she was like, let me get that G2 Pilot ballpoint pen so I can sign these papers. And Buddy was like, so you ain't trying to read the terms and agreements? She was like, nope, I just want to sign the paper. He was like, don't you think you need to have somebody consult with you before you sign it? She was like, nope, I just want to sign the papers. Read these papers. He was like, you sure? Because it's like 93 pages. Nope, I just want to sign the papers. So you sure you don't want to have a professional look over these documents before you sign them? Nope, I just want to sign the papers. Show me where I need to sign that. So when he started smirking, when Dallas started smirking, I'm thinking, oh, he put some bullshit in that paper.
That's why I thought he got the house.
I was like, put some bullshit in that paper.
That would have been good.
This is where he about to get the upper hand on Ava.
Right.
But instead,
that could have been good. No, it was just
signed. They walked out, and the first thing out of his mouth was, can you believe this shit? She actually came in here to sign these papers.
I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I can't do it. Can't do it.
Nigga, excuse me? You shoved divorce down her throat. You asked for it. He said that. He was like, nigga, you were the one who asked for the divorce. Man, bump all that, because she been with the bitchy nigga the whole time.
He said, I bet she been with that one dude the whole time. I hear wanting to sign the papers to get divorced. Who she talking to?
Y'all killing me with this.
The nerve of her sign a divorce paper that I
want to sign divorce that I gave her. Shoot, think she is out here signing papers and stuff.
So she signed the divorce papers and was like, you know what, I'm going to the ATL. I'm kicking it with my mom and my daddy for a week.
Mm-hmm. Now I'll give him this. The dialogue between Megan Good and Debbie Morgan, I was good with it. Like that whole little scene where she apologized for making her think that this was okay,
because most parents do not do that.
No, you ain't get no apology because you're like, oh shoot, I did the best I could.
So the fact that she did that, I was like, oh, I'm like, okay, I
did the best I could.
All right, let me shut up and see how this gonna go, how it's gonna play out.
It didn't play out no better.
Because prior to that, and this was the first time I've ever heard of this ever happening in my life. Ava's homegirl was like, I want you to read this note. Ava was like, what's the note? She was like, girl, I wrote down every bad thing Dallas ever did to you or said to you throughout the course of your whole relationship. She was like, I don't want to read that. So after, Ava and her mom have this whole come to Jesus moment, and mom's was like, you know what, my bad, because I could have set a better example for you as an adult woman, on how a woman should conduct herself in certain situations, what she should allow and what she shouldn't allow. I didn't do a good job, and I feel guilty because this is the nigga that you ended up with. So Ava, she getting back outside, she running, getting her steps in and stuff, stuff like that. You feel me? And I'm glad you asked that question because, and Tony Baker said this, shout out to Tony Baker, there were no redeemable qualities about Dallas at all. No, Dallas was the op from the moment this movie started rolling until the end credits came on. There was no backstory, there was no context whatsoever that showed remotely a good side of Dallas that would make sense to why, that's why Ava fell in love with Dallas, because this was the kind of brother that he was in the beginning. This was the type of brother that he was when they met. This is why Ava fell in love with Dallas. They didn't give us that. They just gave us, the old ornery Colonel Stickmeaner version of Dallas from jump ball to the last buzzer.
So this is like the problem I have with a lot of Tyler Perry's like characters. Tyler Perry.
Can't even say the man's name.
Cause I'm in my Dallas mode, man, while I'm slapping people's nose off, man. I'm in my country Ike Turner mode. But
yeah, I was drinking, but I wouldn't motherfucking drive.
So this is a problem that I have with a lot of his characters, man. There's no development. It's just from going straight crazy.
And then you drop them in, and this is who they are.
You never get a reason why these two are together, because I would have loved to seen how that happened. Because there's never a time where you even sense that they have love for each other or in love. It just seems like an obsession, and like she felt sorry for him or something.
Because
like
at least, and I think this was a Tyler Perry movie. Was it Temptation with Lance Gross?
But don't ask me.
At least they showed why she fell in love with him. And over time, she just got bored of that. Like, look,
right.
The cowboy hat guitar with the silk draws, it used to work for me back in the day.
Yeah, it ain't,
but not no more.
It ain't funny.
You got to do something different. At least the movie showed for her that used to do it.
That they actually liked each other at some point.
You feel me? You don't get that out of Dallas in this movie.
No, you never got that.
You just
we wanted to get straight to the funeral scene.
The lip, a bottle of Ripple, like that was his attitude. He was Clayton Bixby.
He wanted so bad for that funeral scene to just shock people and keep people in the movie that he didn't care about any other parts. Like, it just didn't make sense. Like we're sitting here saying, this man went from Atlanta to a grocery store back to the hometown that was an hour and some away. So you spent 4 hours doing this. What time is it? Shay, what's up, gorgeous? Like, what time is it? So we just like driving,
just burning all that, just burning gas in this economy. Gas. Look, I got gas this morning. It was $3.29.
It's not.
And you driving the F-150 Super Cab,
right? How many oil changes they get? Well, everybody get oil changes in this movie, man, because ain't no way. Now, this right here, he says, I understand we all got our opinions, but I think people are forcing themselves to think it's good. I don't think they're forcing themselves to think that it's good. I think what they see trauma, and they've had trauma in their lives, and like, oh, I can attest to that. Like, I can
just because you can relate,
I can go with that. Like,
doesn't mean that what you're relating to is of high quality.
Because like somebody was like, oh, he played this character. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He didn't play that character. Unless he showed up drunk. He didn't play that character.
Tyler Perry wrote a character into this movie that made it easy for you to hate.
That's all it was.
There was never, like I just previously said, but in a different way. There wasn't not one moment in this movie where you could find a reason to try to like Dallas. Like, there's no context. We never got a chance to like Scar in The Lion King because there was no context on why he became the jealous big brother. You just didn't like him from start to finish.
No, it was. He said because Mufasa had always been the one that got everything. Like, that's why he hated.
Right. It was said, but I mean,
because like, why were the Bertrands bad? Like, what did they do? What did dude do before he died? We still ain't get that.
But apparently the life that they was living was they was doing hood rat stuff with their friends. And can't none of them fight because All of them just try to jump everybody.
no, I told you they was so. That's why I said I don't know what's Buddy's character's name. The knight in shining armor dude. What's his name?
Benji.
Benji. I don't understand how Benji wasn't running down on these fools. They all small.
I'd have been picking them off one by one.
And Dallas clearly can't fight because when he came in the room, okay, can we get to that part? Can we talk about that?
All right. Wait. We gonna set this up. So, like I said, Ava's on her week taking her mental health break. You know what I'm saying? Her self-love break. The fair's in town. Her mom and pops take her to the fair. Benji's at the fair. You know what I'm saying? Mom and pops goes home. Benji take Ava to the back of the pickup truck. She trying to get that wee. You know what I'm saying?
Don't blow past that part because that was crazy. That was crazy. Yo, check this out, right? This is what's funny. So, cause she low key, cause she was like, hey, look, I want you to make love to me pickup truck. He was like, nah, I don't
want you to do it out of just because you're trying to get away from him.
You're gonna be thinking about him.
I don't want him to be the reason why you give me the you feel me?
So in the morning when they about to leave, Mo, he's like, hey, so I can get your phone number so I can text you, call you and check on you. She was like, nah.
And I'm like, how does that equal? That's not even an equal. Her, can I get some peen? Him, no. Him, can I get your phone number? Her, no. He was like, Ava, I never disrespected you. I never tried to shoot my shot with you on the low while you were married. I never disrespected your marriage. I never texted you. I never called you. I never reached out to you. I respected your marriage 1,000%. No matter how much I didn't like him, I respected your marriage 1,000%. It's taking everything in me right now to not jump your bones in the back of my truck, even though you just asked me so nicely to.
She shaded that man so hard. He said, I'm gonna be respectful. He said, you're a stupid. He said, hey, look, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just wanted to give you some respect last night. You know what I'm saying? You were drunk. I didn't want to take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? We was out here doing the Tennessee whiskey shuffle. I ain't want to get down like that. You know what I'm saying? But like, I know you getting ready to head back. I just want to get your number, so I could just check up on you sometimes. Nah, that's okay. But you was just about to throw me the drawers in the back of
you about to tear the back of that pickup truck down.
Outside. We outside with mosquitoes.
Jason's lyric type shit.
All right, that's cool. I guess. Weird.
So after that, when Benji goes to the house,
well, no, because I think did she sign the divorce papers in?
At that point,
she come back to sign the divorce papers?
She went back to sign them.
Okay,
she was in the process of signing them, and that's why he was like, you know what? I'm gonna be patient and not overstep. I'd have waited 17 years. We're gonna do this the right way.
Because he went to the office because somebody sent him a picture of her and Benji. So that's when he went to the office.
That's why he pulled up at the job.
Man, I'm tired of you not signing these papers. Like, why are you so loud, bro? That man came in talking to no one and every same time. Why you not signing these papers, Ava?
So they get to the crib, and he's like, look, if you put that same offer on the table right now, Mr. Respect is out the door.
He gone. Him left. Him downstairs.
So they do the Texas two-step.
He up there.
Ava goes to go to work the next morning. This man is in the kitchen going crazy on a bowl of cereal.
On a bowl of cereal. I don't even know what type of cereal that was. But
you know what? Not once that I looked to see what kind of cereal it was.
I don't either. But he was going down on that cereal.
Nigga, how did you
when
get in
did
the
she
house?
go get
I changed
cereal?
all the locks.
Yeah, man, ain't nothing a brick can't handle. What?
You know what? And then this man gonna say, you know what?
You asked for the divorce.
I'm gonna tell you. Look. Then Dallas gonna say, you know what? Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you. No, sorry, that was one finger. I'm gonna give you another shot. She was like, you wanted this divorce, but you gonna give me another shot? You understand how crazy you sound? He was like, look, I'm coming back home. Let me go upstairs and take a shower real quick in my house.
You see how she was smiling when he walked upstairs? She said, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead up there.
I turned around,
your
I
brothers
looked at my
ain't
friends,
here.
and I said, it's about to go down.
Your brothers ain't here.
You ain't good one-on-one, Brody.
You ain't got the 1v1 in you. But then also, like,
I hated how there was like 15 seconds in between each punch thrown.
But this is the thing. So, because I remember hearing him brag on it. What's that man's name? What's his name, man?
Who?
Boyfriend number 2.
Benji.
So Benji was bragging on that he could wrestle. So he was like, yeah, you know, got tired of getting beat up. So, you know, I took up some wrestling. At what point? Did you stop? Because I think you skipped a few steps. You skipped a few steps, and I think you needed to go back and train. Because this fight lasted too long. Because Dallas obviously can't fight. He can't fight. He got beat up. He got beat up by his brother.
He got slept.
Yeah.
And Ava drugged this man from the bedroom down the staircase, through the kitchen, cussing him out the whole time.
While he knocked out.
Drug him out the house. Benji had to peel him off of the driveway to throw him in his own truck.
This man is asleep while she is cussing him out, dragging him down the hall.
Talking cash money shit. Like she got all the spades in her hand.
We gonna get to this part. We gonna get to that. I get it. Like she was upset. It just
Deontay, stick a pin in that, bro. we
definitely gonna get to that part. But he shows up at the house just to get beat up. Then he goes and sits outside of her job. Yeah, the window break. Windows are too easily broken. Yeah. Yeah.
It's just like on that episode of Ridiculousness when he was like, bro, I'm telling you, forehead, knee at the same time, you walk straight through it.
No.
But he was like, ain't no way. He was like, forehead, knee at the same time, you walk straight through it.
So, what kind of God strength did Ava have when she slammed that car door and broke the glass?
I think because his head was in the way.
So his head cracked the glass?
So that was my estimation. Because when Benji put him in the seat, he was leaning to the left like this. So in my head, I'm already thinking when she closes the door is going to hit his head. And it happened to crack pretty close to where his head was. So I'm like, if he was at any point coming out of it or coming to or waking up, right back to sleep. Because the last time I seen somebody slam a door and the glass broke was when Lynn went to the beauty salon and sold food. and broke the glass like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Had Nia Long shooketh.
Yeah, everybody that shook it. How hard you got to slam a door for 14 glasses?
I'm talking about
all
not
the
just
windows
part of the
broke in the
glass
shop.
broke, the whole glass panel in that door just to a million pieces.
I don't know. She had them Hulk jeans in her boy. She slammed that door. I was like, golly.
But Kiana, she definitely had to be strong enough to drag an unconscious body because dead weight is a motherfucker.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
Because Benji's looking like you really finna drag this nigga. You really dragging this nigga out of the bedroom. You really dragging this nigga through the hallway. You really dragging this nigga down the steps. You really dragging this nigga through the kitchen. You really dragging this nigga out the front door. You are really dragging this nigga across the sidewalk to his own vehicle and then gonna ask me to pick him up.
She was like, help. Help. You know how mad you gotta be to drag somebody 73 feet while cussing them out at the same time. You know how much wind you were taking?
So all right, now where we at now? Where we at? At this point, I think this is when
Dallas
he starts going on.
Dallas goes to the job.
At this point, this is where Dallas starts going on a revenge tour because shortly after that is the confrontation with Ava's mom in the grocery store.
And then this is
his favorite line afterwards. Turned to the first white person. He said, "What the fuck are you looking at?"
Slap your nose up.
I'll slap your nose off. So
I don't know why he was pointing like the monkey off of Dexter's. Like
he done dug back into his retired, extremely dangerous, expendable Justice League. Because Preacher Man got all the straps.
He had a lot of good. I was like,
at this point, his wife then got hands put on him. His wife done read the note that her best friend wrote with everything Dallas ever did to her daughter.
No,
not one person.
No. Nobody.
Not a single person.
Not nan single person.
This man asked random people who the F was they looking at 6 times. Those were 6 times the cops
in white people's establishments.
They didn't call the police on him at the restaurant.
You go in a bank raising your voice and you mean you ain't about
They
to
didn't call the police on him at the bank. This man physically put hands on her mama. They didn't call the police on him then. You know what? Ava didn't even call the police on him. I'm so glad you threw me across the counter and slapped my nose off because now I got the bruises on me that I need to get your ass put in jail. Whoever she was on the phone with, it didn't sound like she called 911.
It didn't sound like she called 911 either.
But before we get to all that.
So, Pops hears about his wife getting hands put on her or whatever. So he decides to drive because he had to drive from Atlanta back to. That's why these timelines don't make sense. So he drives over there.
He drove to the country to go to the Bertrand's trailer.
Shows up to the Bertrands like he's Blade, the last vampire hunter. It's like a good 6 of them already. They're surrounding him at this point. And he's like, you know what? I'll shoot you right now, boy. Don't you ever put your hands on my wife. If you do,
I will meet you in hell.
I kill you dead.
So of course Dallas is talking big trash because he know all of his brothers is out there ready for the ambush.
You ever heard like the saying like you don't never go to nobody's house to fight them?
Yeah.
He didn't listen to that. He didn't listen to that at all. He didn't listen to that.
And Ken, I know this probably was the part of the movie that hurt you the most because Buddy shot a daddy in the back of the knee. Kiana, I'll answer your question momentarily. Rashad.
Mo, I ain't the smartest person in the world. I ain't never really been to battle before. You know whatever. How long do you think it'll take a person to bleed out?
It depends on where the blood is coming from.
A gunshot wound to the leg, specifically to the back of the leg.
So to the back of the knee at that. Because so that's more
he don't have no band-aids
than anything. So
you don't have no band-aids.
Nah, she getting shot in the back of the knee. No, you probably won't bleed out.
You don't think it'll bleed out? Okay.
I don't think there's any major like arteries or blood vessels in the knee
because it takes
you can bleed
them
out from
an hour and 15 minutes to get to the town. He was shot sitting and somehow made it into his truck, which requires movement, which means you're gonna lose some more blood while you're moving. Yeah, whatever. You can go ahead.
So Kiana asks a very good question. How was you a Marine? Because he was prior military and he was a Marine, but you wasn't prepared for that. So he went over there. His whole reason for running down on them, that was pure emotion. He was one-track minded. I'm looking for Dallas. I don't care about you. I don't care about your boys. I don't care about anybody. Where is the nigga that put his hands on my old lady? He was definitely not Jason Statham. Jason Statham would have mopped the floor to everybody by himself. Just like he did in The Beekeeper. Go after Beekeeper, by the way. But yeah, he was one-track minded. He went looking for blood from one person and was so emotionally driven that situational awareness and knowing your surroundings in that moment was out the window. That's why he wasn't prepared.
I just feel like at some point
matter of fact, Rashad, thank you so much. Because you've been throwing this hour and 15-minute commute around so much in this podcast.
Go ahead.
So Pops comes home.
Mm-hmm.
Wife was like, babe, how's Ava? And he was like, she's fine. Mm-hmm. Goes in the room, comes out, Mossberg pump on the table. She's looking like, what you finna do with that? She was like, I'm going to Atlanta right now. Or were they in Atlanta? She was like, I'm going down there right now. You stay your ass in this house. So she is freaking out because she know he about to go lay this man flat out. So the first person she calls is Ava. Ava, your daddy on the way down there to catch a body. What does Ava say? Okay, mama, hold tight. We'll be there in about an hour and 15 minutes. Excuse, you gonna be here how long?
Call the police, man. Oh my God.
Tyler Perry, you wrote this?
The Poe.
Tyler Emmanuel Perry, did you write this?
Bro, just call the police.
Oh my God, bro.
First of all, don't ever, if I'm ever telling you I'm in trouble, don't tell me, yeah, you about an hour and 15 minutes away. Call somebody else. Call somebody closer. Let somebody closer. No, you ain't got no friends, no uncles, no cousins. You got no deacons? Where your deacons at? Where the deacons at? Wait up. An hour and 15 minutes, you about to bleed out. Bro, this is stupid. This is stupid.
So they get there. Benji and Ava get there. They done picked him up and put him back in his pickup truck.
No, he was already in the pickup truck. Oh, you mean
right.
Bertrands.
Yeah, that's what I meant. The Bertrands that picked him up and put him in his pickup truck. Had him sitting there looking like Ernest Goes to Atlanta.
And then Ava kept asking the question, did you shoot my dad?
And you know what, Kiana? You make another great point. Because every time they tried to get the cops involved, because as a matter of fact, I'm so glad I remembered this because we was about to skip straight over it. So when Dallas went on his revenge tour, prior to Ava's mom, he took a trip to Benji's farm and poisoned his animals.
Mm-hmm.
Cows, chickens, dogs laid out everywhere. So they're looking at the police like, what are you finna do about this? He was like, I can't do nothing. I ain't got no proof. What you mean?
Brother, he had 5 animals.
It was at least 30.
Yeah, no, on the ground, it was only 5 of them.
It was at least, it might have been 5 cows.
I don't know. I ain't see a lot of animals. I saw 5. I saw 5
was
animals.
Definitely a large enough amount of animals for it to be like, ain't no way this many animals all died at the same time.
No. And they don't eat the same thing. So how did he poison them?
Where'd you get that much poison from, sir? Oh, yeah. The farm is in shambles now. Because it wasn't just a handful where you could bounce back like...
But they still don't drink from the same water dispensers. So did he poison all the water?
He poisoned something. Multiple water sources. Had to be. But to Kiana's point, them trying to get local law enforcement involved, and they were worthless.
So Ava takes it into her own hands. She's like, you know what? I'm about to go Jennifer Lopez on this. If you haven't seen the movie enough, this is a carbon copy of what happens in that movie. No. What's the movie with Michael Ealy where he gets shot with a shotgun? He plays like the intruder or something like that. Plays a crazy boyfriend. Is it I think it's Nia Long in it?
The shit. And you know what? Even though you said Michael Ealy, I was thinking about the Idris Elba Taraji P. Henson movie.
I mean, it's all the
same thing.
Oh, Sanaa Lathan, yeah. Yeah. So I don't know what movie that was, but yeah. So Megan Good gets she steals this man's car to drive all the way back. When did she stop at the gas station? I want to know, how are they consistently driving 15 minutes? Multiple
the
places.
Perfect Guy. I knew it was The Perfect something. I wanted to say The Perfect Stranger, but I knew that wasn't right. It's The Perfect Guy.
Yeah, that's the one with Michael Ealy.
But yeah, because Benji, that's at least an F-250.
Yeah.
I won't say
I'm pretty sure gas.
It was at least a 250. Had about a 6-inch lift on it. The exhaust was about the size of a goddamn. That motherfucker drinks some gas. That's all I'm saying.
It's just because they clearly float between two towns, well, a town and a city,
that are minimum an hour apart.
A minimum of an hour and 15 minutes apart. And that can't just be from anywhere in Atlanta. So depending on where you stay in Atlanta, it could make it a longer trip.
Because there's a lot of one-way streets in Atlanta too.
Yeah. So she drives back to the house, and
because her got a plan.
She done hit up Dallas She like, yeah, me and
I'm on the way back to the crib right now to go
me and No Rock.
get my
I'm gonna
cheeks
call him No
clapped
Rock.
by Benji. Because
Yeah,
you could
you
never
couldn't do it. You couldn't do it.
Never.
You could never do it.
Not only was it good, I don't think I ever enjoyed you clapping.
My toes did this.
Benji had my toes doing this.
My toes was crip walking. You couldn't do it. Benji made my eyelashes fall off.
Yo wee wee was big trash.
Benji had me seeing and smelling colors.
I'm driving his truck right now to go see
his
him
truck.
in his
truck. We in his truck. We going back to our house. Well, we shared a bed. It ain't
women. Y'all are
bed
evil.
No more.
Y'all are evil. Dallas deserved it. Dallas
he deserved it. He definitely deserved it.
Dallas deserved it, but y'all are evil.
But well,
she knew
this
great value Cuba Gooding Jr. looking at nigga was gonna be like, oh word, you finna go get smashed? Word?
She hit that man in the soul because wherever he was.
He was probably pointing at the phone like, bitch, you about to go do what in my house?
Wherever he was, he flew. He flew with a gun. That man, he was so ready to shoot somebody that he got in and had to pause and like rethink life of what he was gonna say because he had to stand there for a second, like, I was ready. Oh,
I was ready to walk in.
Oh, you got me.
I was ready to walk in on y'all wrestling.
I was gonna slap his naked nose off. Oh my god, man. Yo. Yeah.
So really, she just lured him there to get the truth out of him. Because again, they tried to get the police involved, and they was like, y'all need to go find Dallas and arrest him for assaulting her mama in the grocery store. There were people there. There were witnesses. Is there any surveillance? Oh, I don't have any proof. And then that's when Benji was like, they've been doing stuff like this since they was kids. How are y'all not aware of the Bertrand?
And how don't y'all have? Y'all definitely have cameras in that grocery store.
Like y'all acting like y'all don't know who the Bertrands are and what they about and their track record. You can surveillance camera. You could go to the store. People were there. Employees were there. Everybody saw this shit happen. He was loud as hell.
Multiple venues.
He turned and cursed at one of the employees. But you need cameras?
And told them that he would slap his said nose off their face.
And even Ava knew this because she was like, you know what? The police ain't gonna believe me. They not gonna take none of our words for it. So I'm literally gonna have to hurt his pride by telling him I'm about to get my cheeks clapped by Benji so he can meet me at the house so I can ask him myself and force this man to whoop my ass so that when the ambulance come, they could look at me and be like, oh, whatever just happened here, it was self-defense because look at this young lady. She's beat up.
Well, can we pause for a second? Because that lady literally, like, I don't like Dallas, like, at all. I don't like Dallas at all. He deserves
Wouldn't like him if I seen him in real life.
Yeah, I actually don't. I don't like his sideburns. I don't like his beardless face. I don't like his fingers. There's nothing about Dallas I like. Nothing. But
oh yeah, because Pops did go over there and install the surveillance joint.
But the way that this woman got on this phone, and she was like, "Hey, I got a question. Did you shoot my daddy?" And Dallas was like, "Hey man, stuff happens out here in the field,
Did you hurt my mama?
Did you hurt my mama? Shoot, why? Your mama.
I should have slapped the bitch when I had the chance.
Yeah, your mama be, you know what I'm saying? She be running a mile. She be running a mile too much.
Oh, he did a damn good job.
So Ava turns around, says, "Oh, really? Okay. Well, you know Benji, right? The dude that beat you up. Yeah, we about to go home. I just put fresh sheets on the bed. I just put them on the bed. I just, I need somebody to touch on me right now because my pops is hurt. He's in the hospital. My mom, she ain't feeling too well. Like you done did all this, so I'm about to get some therapy from me. I just put new sheets on the bed. I got the playlist with Casey and JoJo and all of Jodeci on it playing with Joe in the background. And I got some fresh candles, some candles that are burning right now. This man is about to fold me like an origami pretzel. And you can't do nothing about it.
And then she was like, when he was like, girl, you better watch your mouth or I'll slap your nose off. And she was like, look,
okay,
that might have worked on the old me, but you don't woke up the inner bitch on the inside. It's zero fucks given out. Well, who taught you how to talk like that?
Benji.
Who told you to talk to me like that?
Benji.
So she'd have provoked this man to engage in fisticuffs.
None of this feels real. None of this feels real. Not. Listen, sane person.
Don't make me hit you again, bitch. She on the ground like you hit like a bitch.
Oh my god!
He slapped her back to the floor again. Oh, that's all you got.
That's it.
That's all you got, Dallas. That's it.
Hey,
as much as I done took from you in the past. That's it. That's all you got.
You really want me to bring it out? Okay. I got it. I can do it.
So this man took it and threw her across the kitchen.
It's not funny, but godly, you boy.
Why are you laughing?
Because it's the way you said it.
This the way this man threw her over the top rope, and she was like, "Bet, got you, bitch. Now I got you. Now I got you all.
That's all I needed. It's all I needed."
Yes, he's here. My ex-husband's here. He just broke into my house. I've been beaten up. I'm on the corner of Martin Luther King and Grove Street.
They would live on Martin Luther King. So
now she did
Ava gets her hand on a shotgun
to up the shotty on him. Yeah, he thinking shit. Your daddy wouldn't man enough to shoot me. You ain't finna do it.
So he creeps slowly. And this is another thing, like I said, it just kind of makes it unreal. Creep slowly up. Now, he then proceeds to jump at Ava, and he gets blastified into the wall.
Into the upper room. Well, not the upper room, the basement. He got blasted to the basement. Hold on, y'all. I gotta keep
anybody that comes at you crazy now. Just yeah, he definitely showed up like Baz Reed. He didn't go out like Baz though. He went out terrible. So in the end, Ava kills the big bad wolf. We never find out what happens to his daddy. We never find out a lot of things. We just left with same old things that we always left with. The Tyler Perry movie, where
and Ava's daddy lives.
No real plot. Oh yeah, the dad lives.
And the ending
the family showed up to the hospital.
The Bertrands is waiting on Pops to come out the hospital. Nigga, this ain't over.
It ain't over.
And where Ava should have been, when Ava's gangster should have been on 10, it was like a smooth 4.5. He did leave it wide open for a sequel.
First of all,
will we get the sequel? I hope not. She was like,
what are we gonna do for a sequel?
So you killed my boy. This ain't over. She was like, for your sake, you better hope it is over.
Ma'am,
Miss Bertrand. Miss Green.
Miss. Oh man.
And then walked away.
Oh,
the only reason why his brothers was mad, he was like, well, shit, that's one less brother we got to help us jump people.
How we gonna jump anybody else? How we gonna jump anybody else? What we gonna do? Oh man.
I thought Dallas was gonna bust in on them clapping cheeks. When he put it up against the front door, I was like, watch, he comes right now. And you know what? It don't make sense. And this particular thing doesn't have to, but I just want to bring this up. Ava was like, let's go get she said something in reference to him clapping her cheeks. And he was like, no, I want to be with you. I want to sleep with you in your house, in your bed, because whatever suggestion that was you just made, that ain't gonna cut it. They never made it out the living room. And that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, brother, you just hit a whole bunch of this for it to just, and it was on site. All right, cool. But you know what wasn't?
Basically.
This was diabolical. And Duke, if you're watching this is a Duke moment right here, because Duke likes to pay attention to small details that most people wouldn't catch. So Benji picks up Megan Good, who looks like she's all of 96 pounds, pins her against the door, and she does that intense inhale, like he just penetrated, like, oh snap, it's in there, just for him to throw her on the couch and take her panties off. I was like, so what was that up against the door? What was that? That's neither here nor there. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a typical Tyler Cornelius Perry production. So if you've seen it, please real quick in the chat, to the 9 people in the chat, scale of 1 to 5, what did you give this movie? If you haven't seen this movie, after watching me and this brother break this movie down, does it make you want to watch it? Or does it make you want to say, you know what, Popcorn in Your Beard already reviewed it? There's no need.
There ain't no need for you to watch this movie.
Oh, got a negative 10 in the chat.
Use your common sense.
For me, it was a 2.89. Okay.
That's higher than I would have gave
it. 1 out of 10. Oh, don't let Twitter get a hold of this review, because we will be in flames tomorrow. Okay, so real quick, to the 10 people in attendance, I want to ask y'all a serious question. I know we get up here and we laugh and we joke and we try to make things, well, I know I try to make things hilarious as possible, but I actually want to ask y'all a serious question. One is it's actually a 2-part question. 1, what is Tyler Perry's best movie? And 2, does Tyler Perry have a 10 out of 10 movie in his resume? Because in my personal opinion, whatever Tyler Perry's best movie is, I personally don't think, and I'm pretty sure Rashad agrees with this, that regardless to everything that is on Tyler Perry's resume, he does not have a perfect 10 out of 10 movie, regardless to what his best movie is.
What's the acronym? What do you mean? You mean acrimony?
The fact that she called that nigga shit acronym is hilarious.
Yeah, it definitely. Yeah, it's crazy. Like it has a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like not a 1, not a 2. It has a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I could see general consensus saying that Why Did I Get Married is Tyler Perry's best movie. Daddy's Little Girls was good. Okay, so are any of those movies 10 out of 10 in y'all opinion? Or is that just Tyler Perry's best work?
You want to know what Tyler Perry's best movie is? And it's because he didn't have a lot of money at the time. He was using his own house. No.
Or it was actually a production?
It was actually one of his productions.
Okay.
It was his first theatrical movie, Diary of a Mad Black Woman. And the reason why I said it was his best film is because it was one of those films that he actually wrote, and it made sense for the most part. Like, you know, a billionaire husband tired of his marriage goes to get a younger lady. Now, the part about her falling in love with the little mechanic dude, yeah, that part was stupid. But her marrying this guy, getting him back, like going back to him, getting back on his feet, only for her to leave him for the mechanic guy because God told her to do it. Weird, but I would say it's his strongest film. But that's I don't know. I would say that's his strongest film. Like the whole thing with Madea cutting up the couches and you supposed to get half. It's just, I guess it was more so before his movies got convoluted. A lot of his movies are just convoluted now. It's like everything is done for shock value. Like there's nothing behind it. Like you find humor in his dramas, and it's like, I don't care. I don't know what his best movie is, but he doesn't have a 10 out. I don't think he has a 10 out of 10. People saying he needs writers, but his direction is garbage. I agree. But casual movie watchers don't really catch stuff like that. No, not at all. No. Writing is Tyler Perry's biggest problem, but production is as well. Because he doesn't care about production, he cares about content volume. He never cares about the actual production of his films, like, which is why he doesn't hire a lot of writers, or which is why he doesn't hire writers. He wants to be in control of it because he doesn't want to be criticized. One of the things that somebody was saying about this movie right here was that a young lady sent the story to Tyler Perry. He sent it back to her and then put this movie out. What do I think about Tyler Perry as an actor? Same thing I think about him as a writer. I can't take it. I can't take his I don't think he takes his craft seriously. I think he takes putting out content seriously. I don't think he takes film like serious. I like this plays because on plays you can do things like, you know, like have mishaps and things like that because it's a play. It's something that you're supposed to like, you know, it's something you're supposed to like trip up on or something like that, or you have like production issues, wig issues, things like that. Like they're like, you know, there's something that you're supposed to have. But when it comes to you having $1 billion company, so when you're a billionaire, when you have your own studio, the size of bigger than any other studio, any other major studio does not have a bigger.
He bought Fort McPherson, which was an army installation in Atlanta that closed down. He literally bought the installation and turned the whole installation into a studio. And this whole military installation.
And this is what sucks, because like, as a person who has to review content, as a person who has to, you know, do film, like we fall into it because we have to talk about it. But he puts, you ever seen like a lot of people like talk about like clickbait?
Mm-hmm.
His movies are clickbait.
Nigga, the opening scene to this movie is clickbait.
But that's what I mean. Something happens in his movie. What was the last one? The scene where Trevante Rose and Kelly Rowland roll around nasty in that paint.
Mia culpa.
Yeah, Mia culpa. That had a lot of these, and it sets up memes, and it gets people to come back and talk about it, so it keeps his name buzzing. He doesn't have one of those movies that are talked about because it's a really good movie, or at least he hasn't had that in the past 10 years. I mean, how often do we talk about Tyler Perry doing something that's good, and we talk about, oh yeah, he really, this was a great movie, a great think piece.
Boy, you ain't been on Twitter?
What's a great think piece? This, because this is the thing, and this is what I was telling somebody about. They were like, oh yeah, there's guys out there that really like exist like this, and I'm like, there's crazy guys, yes, there's abusive gentlemen, yes, there's guys that have these type of traits. Nobody exists where they can time travel in a movie. Nobody exists where nobody's going to call the police, like, ever, like in no situation, shape, form, or fashion. Like, you're not just going to up the strap on somebody and shoot them and then you get away with it, and then you think like, all right,
well, nobody's grab my mom in the grocery store like that and think you're going to get away with it.
What I'm saying is, he creates these characters that are similar to like these abusive men, and he just tweaks it to the point where it's just like, it's an insane like escalation, and it's like you hate him and you think about that because you've experienced abuse before, and he plays on that. He didn't create a good character.
I think another place where the lines get blurred is because as Black people, because we get attacked so much in every form of entertainment, whether it be sports, whether it be music, whether it be film, no matter what it is, Black people are always being attacked. So you got these people, and by all means, you have the right to do this, but you have people who, whenever anything negative is said about anyone that's Black, you got the Black people that are quick to come to their defense and say, well, we don't do a good job of supporting our own because look at how much trash King Mo was sitting up on the podcast talking about divorcing the Black. And I'm like, look, I want to see the next Black man win regardless to how I feel about what they're doing. I still want you to win. I still want you to be successful. I still want you to go make all the money in the world. I'm still going to have my opinion.
Can I piggyback off of that? Because we got to stop. We got to stop that. We got to stop that. Oh, we should just support it because it's Black. Okay, then what? But what's next?
It sounds good when you say it out loud. But then when that Black person you support jumps crazy, it's like people have to learn to think for themselves, because if you adopt the way somebody else thinks, every time that person gets mad, that means you're mad. Every time that person has a hot take, that means you believe it. So somebody else is going to constantly control your emotions, the way you feel and the way you think, because you're front row waiting to see how they feel about something so that you can feel the same way. But if they're loud and wrong, you're going to be loud and wrong too.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Like, I do watch Tyler Perry stuff, in hopes that I will see something different. But it's just like he'll give you a glimpse of it, and then he stops. It's like a twitch. Like, I gotta put something crazy in here. Like, I gotta put a woman taking her clothes off in church. I gotta do it. It's like, what happened to the Tyler Perry that was making the films? Like we were talking about at the beginning before. Like there was a funeral scene in a movie. Was it Meet the Browns? The play, I think it might have been Meet the Browns, but where Brown goes to a funeral or whatever, and he wants to sing at the thing or whatever. He comes in this crazy ridiculous outfit with a crazy wig on. Of course, he has his knees out, they're ashy and stuff like that, and it's one of those memorable scenes because you laughed at it and you was like, something like this could never happen in like reality. Like something could never be, like this is something that'll never be like a realistic thing. It's a play. It's funny. It's meant to be funny. And then you turn around and you put this in a movie and you like, that's supposed to be a drama. That's supposed to be something that's taken seriously, literally. And you like, yo. I guess it's looking hate. I'm known not to say something is good because it's our people made it. Yeah, but that's how it should be. Like, yo, if you got a black ice cream joint and your ice cream ain't good, big dog. I mean,
sorry,
your ice cream isn't good.
But like, you go up the street and say that, everybody gonna stone you and say, "Nah, you need to be down there supporting him."
Your quality of work matters. I mean, I go to a black fish joint and I talk crap about Long John Silver, but hey, if the black fish joint tastes like Long John Silver, I'm gonna say something. But if it doesn't, I'm gonna say something else. I just feel like we always get into this point of like we can't criticize black. Why not? Because you're gonna keep getting the same bull job that he keep putting up.
So Rashad, how do you feel about the title of this movie? The implication of the title?
It was confusing at first because I thought it was divorce in black or something like that. And then
so for those of you who may not know, it's actually like stock market lingo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the two colors they use are black and red. Black being good, red being bad. So divorce in the black meaning
got out with no ties.
We finna split, but I don't want to be in bounce back mode. I want to be able to walk away from the situation and be like, I'm good. Like I want this divorce to be in the black.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think that part is creative, but like, what did you do with it?
This.
yeah.
And to the 12 people in the chat, hey, no cap. We was talking about having some of y'all up here to do this review with us, but we kind of just took it and ran away with it. So maybe next time, man. Because we definitely want to get people up here, and so people can share their different, unique perspectives and give their thoughts and opinions on the shit that we be reviewing.
I truly appreciate this comment because, once again, as a person who has film, as a person who is into film, as a person who has watched countless movies, read countless scripts, like, if it's not good, bro, I'm not about to lie to you. Now, does that mean that I don't like trash movies? No. There's a lot of trash movies that I like. But at the same time, I know that they are trash movies. Like, I'm not about to sit up here and say it's the best movie
thing
ever.
we want to do is talk bad about anything that's black made or black owned.
Right.
Because we want to be the first people to jump at something black owned and be like, look, this is good, support this, give this your time, give this your energy. But if it's not good, we're not going to force it but just because it's black and be like, yeah, this is fire when it's not.
Listen, The Last Dragon is not a great movie. but it's a great movie. You understand me? You feel me? It's not a great movie, but it's a great movie. And that was produced by Quincy Jones, who was black.
The Quincy Jones.
But I understand that the level of filmmaking is different. Like I'm not gonna look at Little Last Dragon like I'm gonna look at Titanic. It's a little difference. Yes, I like bad movies, but I understand that they are bad movies. The Vampire in Brooklyn is terrible. but what I tell you, boy, there's not a time I can't put on the Vampire in Brooklyn and find something to laugh about.
Because watching John Witherspoon try to explain to the cops that he turned into a wolf.
I got so many It's So Bad It's Good movies. It don't make sense. Pretty much every Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, like they are, well, except for like his action movies, like Jingle All the Way, Last Action Hero. Those are like so bad that they're good movies. Turbo Man. There's some Eddie Murphy movies out there that are
so bad it's good. For me, Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, that is bad. What's the Martin movie? Blue Streak? Blue Streak is so bad that it's good. Fatal Affair with Omar Epps is hilarious. That movie is so bad because that man looked like a stalker from the jump.
Oh, I think Omar Epps just had a birthday too. That's good.
That movie was so bad. But that's what I mean. Like, why is it okay to say something about those, but then you say something about a Tyler Perry movie and everybody thinks that you hate black people?
It's crazy, bro.
And you know, Nia Long, I love Nia Long. I would listen. If Nia Long asked me to get married right now, I would, and
There's
not just because she has money.
Over here on this side.
But Nia Long wrote that movie and it was terrible. It was horrible. She should have tried again. That movie was.
And that's not a transition that everybody can make.
And I am mad that they killed the boyfriend.
To now
nobody else
behind the screen. Not everybody can make that transition.
No.
Magic Johnson, easily the greatest point guard to ever play this game. But when he tried to coach,
going somewhere else.
Greatest point guard of all time.
I don't know
90% of the time, on 95% of everybody's list of point guards, absolutely. Magic Johnson as a head coach, not so much. That's not a jump that everybody can make. Mm-hmm. Just because you're on the silver screen, just because you've made a living being an actor or an actress, doesn't mean that once you've done it enough, you can jump to the other side and be just as successful. You got to put in the work. You got to develop your craft the same way you did when you was a young and up and coming actor or actress. You got to work from the ground up the same way. Just because you've been in 10 movies don't mean you can write one.
That's facts. That's facts. I would love to see
because as much as we love Nia Long over here on this side, hey, put the pin down. And
Fatal Affair was something terrible, and they ain't have to kill that little boy like that. The boyfriend was the only one that died. Everybody else lived. That was trash.
Child death is always hard, man.
But I don't know, man. I used to sincerely hope that he gets it together, but now I just wait for the next one so we can talk about it. And it's just like that's a sad thing because it's content. We have to create content. We, that's what we do. We live to put content out, and it's just like it's crazy because you don't want to ever just sit there and pick apart somebody's movie, but when somebody doesn't take pride or anything in their movie, like that's what you do. Like,
what are you forcing us to do?
Like don't get me wrong. Like even like something like Eddie Murphy just put out Beverly Hills Cop, Axel Foley, which I wish they would have put the 4 in the Foley, but whatever. That's just the graphic designer in me. But it wasn't great. Like, had some nostalgia to it, but at the same time, it kept with the theme of what it was. Like like, what is this? Like, what is the theme of this movie? Like, is this supposed to be like taken serious? Is it supposed to be drama comedy? Like, what is it? Like, what is it supposed? Like, what is this supposed to be? Like,
when was the last time you seen an Eddie Murphy movie that was meant to be taken serious? Like No Crack Smiles. I can't think of one.
It was one, but I don't think it was. I think
because even, and I'll use this as an example, regardless of how y'all feel about it, but somebody like Adam Sandler, who makes their living in the realm of comedy, and then he goes and does a movie called Click, which not the entire movie was meant to be taken serious, but there was definitely a particular part of that movie where you get away from laughing and you're more just like paying attention to see how the story is going to develop and what happens. But there's still comedy in the movie. But I don't think there will ever be, certain comedians just can't do movies where there's just no comedy at all. The first movie that comes to mind is when Jim Carrey did Number 23. I don't think there was an ounce of comedy out of Jim Carrey in that movie whatsoever. And he did a good job in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
But not everybody can do that. Like, you mean to tell me you just want me to not be funny at all? The whole movie? Not one little crack joke? Not one little nothing? Not everybody can do that.
Mm-hmm. And like, we give, like, I love to give like people their flowers. Like Spike Lee is like one of my favorite directors, just based off of the fact that he did like certain movies that people were afraid to do at the time. Like, you're not gonna see nobody do like a Jungle Fever,
not today.
She's Gotta Have It, where it explores the sexuality of a woman, because you can't talk about that, you know.
Did Spike Lee direct She Hate Me?
She Hate Me. He got
Anthony
Game.
Mackie?
Nah, Spike Lee didn't do that one. He did He Got Game.
Yep.
He did
School Days.
What's the other one? What's the big one? I keep wanting to call that thing Poetic
I was about
Justice.
to say High Learning, but I think John Singleton did.
Yeah, it was John Singleton. Dang, why I want to call that thing Poetic Justice when I know it's not.
Who directed She Hate Me?
But anyway, like, it's a lot
Spike
of directors.
Lee did do She Hate Me.
Oh, he did? Dang.
Nobody's doing it. I mean, yeah.
Do the right
Spike
thing.
Lee
There
got
you
some
go.
joints where
Thank you,
he
Q.
was like, if you won't do it, I will.
Yeah, it was a lot. Like, and that's what I mean. Like, when I say, like, I feel like if Tyler came out with like movies that were like that, or like something creative or anything like that, people wouldn't mind him putting out these little dumb movies that, you know, nobody cares about. Like, well, some people care about because they want to tie that to their life, which is rooted in a whole different type of trauma anyway. Like, no, I would never in my life. But you know, whatever.
Tyler Perry
like,
did a lot of voice acting that I didn't know about either.
Who?
He did some voice.
I know he was in a few different movies. I know he was in
Despicable Me,
the
Paw
Teenage Mutant Ninja
Patrol.
Turtles.
They casted him as was he Baxter Stockman?
Yes.
What? Tyler Perry did a lot of voice acting that I didn't know about until I Googled it, and I was just like, I would have never known.
Because he didn't sound like Madea. He did Alex Cross and sounded like Madea the entire time.
This man said Alex Cross is a cop.
Leave my wife alone. Like, what? What? You didn't even believe he was married in that movie. Like, oh, what?
That's crazy.
Shut up.
That's nasty work.
But yeah, man. I don't know. Like, anyway, we definitely appreciate everybody that stopped here. Everybody stick around. Like, this, we're running almost 2 hours right now. Tomorrow, Does anybody watch House of the Dragon? Anybody in the chat? Do you watch House of the Dragon? Yes, give me a Y or N. Do you watch House of the Dragon?
Do the knowledge, nigga.
Do the knowledge.
Frazier know he was crazy for that, but
brother, he was a wild man. Michael Jordan was bald because of him. I said, what?
We're 5 episodes in. We got episode 6 tomorrow, and I think there's only like 3 or 4 more episodes after that. I think the season got 10.
I think that episode 6 is tomorrow. Dante, you got to come back tomorrow, man. We're gonna be here tomorrow. If anybody knows, we live stream. Well, we don't live stream. We live review the episode right after it drops. That way it's fresh on everybody's mind. We can go ahead and talk about it, get it out of the way, and you get to your week. This episode might have a little bit more talking than the other ones because apparently some stuff about to happen. So if you are watching the House of the Dragon, if you are, if you do want to come chill out with us tomorrow to speak on it, come right back. We usually start around like 10:15, 10:30.
Yeah, because the episode airs 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I watch
they're
it.
Normally hour-long episodes. So within 20 minutes of the end credits, we up on this bit. And then what we got next Saturday?
I appreciate you. I think there's a couple movies that just came out.
Because I know you said the algorithm is suggesting that we do stuff that's like current.
There's a movie that just dropped on Netflix. I gotta see if I can find it. And we'll definitely appreciate having you, man. Yeah, I appreciate you catching the live. We
absolutely.
I know, like we definitely appreciate y'all and definitely appreciate the interaction. That just makes it go. That makes our time go by. We don't even know we be on here that long when we sit here talking to y'all, and we just flowing with it, answering questions, talking to y'all, talking back and forth. So definitely appreciate everybody that has came in today, spoke, said something, like participated, all that. So definitely appreciate y'all. I did a short review for Twisters. I had fun with it. I'll try to do a full review for it, a spoiler, like a quick spoiler.
I wouldn't mind reviewing it. I still gotta watch it.
It was dope though. I had a good time. I mean, like, and I'm
I
not
know
gonna hold
Mika
you,
said
like,
she was going to go watch it.
Like going into the theater and watching it with, like, I was in like a Dolby theater, and apparently like the seats had something in them because brother, when the tornadoes was hitting, I was feeling everything. I was like, hey, hold on now. Hey,
like they still have like the last time. Well, not the last time because I only been once. I remember going to Universal Studios a couple years back, and they have the attraction. They have like a whole ride, like a whole attraction from the first Twister from like '94. So it was definitely an experience, man. So the fact that people are still doing Twister related things,
we appreciate you
based off of the first movie now, and now we got another one. So yeah, I think it's gonna be dope.
Yeah, it actually was. Like I was expecting it to be like some kind of nostalgia bait, like, movie, and it actually turned out to be like something dope. The young Hispanic actor, I can't think of his name right now, that's in it. He's been in a lot of stuff. The first thing I saw him in was in and She's Gotta Have It. He played Mars Blackman in that one. And I know he's been in a lot of stuff, a lot of musical stuff actually. I think he was in was he in that movie? I know he was in a musical. I can't remember which one, but dude's doing his thing though. So I definitely want to I definitely review it. Yeah, I'm with it. It was dope. But yeah, we can see what's going on with that. We'll probably throw Twisters out there or see what else is on what else is popping up on the algorithm on like Netflix or something, and we'll pop it up. Beekeepers, I still have to check it out. I started it, but I ain't finished it.
Jason Statham has done better movies, but I like it.
Yeah, Jason Statham is a cool actor. But anyway, y'all got anything for us before we head out? Just drop it in the chat real quick. Like I said, we'll be here tomorrow in between like 10:15 and 10:30 for the House of the Dragon review. If y'all haven't had a chance to check it out and you just like sci-fi stuff, just go check it out. It's dragon, swords, incest.
That old King James version dialect.
Yeah. And make you go pick up a sword and something. But definitely appreciate everybody coming.
Cunnilingus. They eat mutton and peas.
Trash.
There's black people in there.
It's some black people in there. It's crazy. But no, I definitely appreciate everybody coming on. Everybody interacted. We definitely want to thank everybody. Shout out to our co-hosts. I know they couldn't be here tonight, but they had good reason. And definitely want to thank all of you for stopping here and chilling with us on the Popcorn and Beer podcast. I've been your host Rashad, aka his sideburns were trash.
And last but not least, I am the King MOE, aka I know I'm from Texas. But fuck Dallas. No, fuck Dallas.
Make sure when you talk crazy to somebody tomorrow, you put two fingers in and you let them know it's from the chest. It's from the chest. All right, y'all, be easy. We'll catch y'all next time. Peace.
Before to cut everybody off.
Like now.
I don't think I'm fight. That's wild, bro.
Where are we coming up with these questions? Orgy going on? My man, he's a joke.
She aged like cheese. Speak on it, brother. Speak on it. Practically become